Yo, what up, C10 Nation? This is Ronnie from C10 Talk. C10 Talk is one of those podcast things. We talk C10 trucks, tech, and people. That's right, people. Because it's the people that make the scene so rad-ass. The trucks are cool, but the people are cooler. You can check out the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, C10Talk.com, and anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcasts. Thanks for checking out our latest video and being part of the C10 Nation.
What's up? Hey guys, I got Brian Vowell. We've got the 1974 C30 Bankrupt, the one, the only. Brian, SEMA 2022, SEMA 2023, and now we're here. You made it to the Barrett Jackson Cup. I remember just a few, months ago, you did a post of just all the things from the Get Down t-shirt to the Cup to SEMA. Man, this truck does not disappoint.
No, dude, this truck is... It just blows me away all the time. I had the guys at Trey 5 build the truck because it's something that's always been in my head that I've wanted to do for a long time, and there was a lot of things that I wanted to make sure that we did that were just super cool and for me over the top. Maybe not for everybody, but for me over the top. And I think we nailed all that. And man, I can't say enough about the truck and everybody who had a hand in building it, because it's to me the coolest truck that I've ever had for sure. So
yeah, what a team, right? So Eye Candy Frank paints it. Jeremy, Trey 5, again, don't sell yourself short. It's still your vision and your plan. You've got the Porterbuilt chassis. You got the Cummins motor, the Allison transmission. One thing we talked about just before we went on air there a little bit was just kind of that shakedown. You've had, a little over a year to shake it all down, work through it. Has that been fun? Do you ever get exhausted with that and just finishing that last 10%?
No, I don't ever get exhausted with it. I wouldn't say that it's fun either, but it's just that, they're custom trucks, right? So custom trucks are exactly that word, custom. So they're never 1,000% right out of the chute. So you've always got stuff you have to fix, or I shouldn't say fix, but make it work correctly. So like the Allison transmission's fully electronic. The Cummins 6BT is all manual. And so there's nothing to talk to it. So we're fighting through that a little bit right now. We've almost got it dialed in. Jason at Big Ten's really helping me get that going right now, because he's he's the best guy there is at that kind of stuff. But other than that, just all the little things, hey, is the rack strong enough? Is the power steering pressure right? Is this right? So just all those little things that you don't think of when they don't just slap together and work like they should. But I think we've got pretty much all that stuff hammered out. Now we just got a couple little things left to do the transmission to get it to be 100% happy. And then this thing's going to be rocking and rolling 100%. Not that it isn't we've already driven it, 2,500 miles or whatever. But, it's had some battle wounds already. We've had to fix them, and it is what it is. We knocked the fender off of it going to SEMA this year and had to get that fixed in one day. And, it just is what it is. So.
Well, and it is what it is, right? So I think you guys, it's been a great story because you really worked your ass off and get it to SEMA 2022. You're in South Hall, which wasn't the best. And then you came back this year. You got in Central Hall, in Precision Replacement booth, showcasing their wing window setups. But you got a lot more action in that booth. So I felt like a lot more love, which was deserved in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it did. We did, even in 22, amazingly enough, we did really well, even being over there in the hole after we were supposed to be up front, but our Acura dropped out a couple weeks before. But we did really well both years, and so it was really cool of Derek with Precision to ask us back, and for him to think enough of our vehicle to bring it back. And so that was super cool. It was my first time having a vehicle in Central Hall. We took Mickey's Suburban a few years back, and it was out front in the Acura Corral, but it was a first for me, for my personal vehicle. So that was super cool.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you ever build a vehicle, whether it's a truck, whether it's a car, a Volkswagen, I don't care, and you say, what can I do? Magazine cover, SEMA, Barret Jackson. You've done it all with this truck. You literally have done it all with this truck. Is there anything you haven't done?
I don't know. And not that we set out to, hey, this is what we're going to do, but these opportunities come up and it gets chosen to go, and I'm just blown away every time that we get chosen. To be chosen as one of the 50 people that come into the Cup, I thought was a huge win in itself. Whether or not we get a top 5 or People's Choice doesn't really matter. We're here out of 50 vehicles, and I don't know how many they had apply, but we're in some crazy tall company here, so it's just cool to be amongst this crowd. So.
Well, and one of the things is being on the cover, or I should say on the T-shirt, the Get Down, the 13th annual. This face and his truck were both on it, and having Yellowstone on there a few years back. that was an immense honor. So I know that as well is a huge honor.
Having Dino choose me to be on the Get Down shirt was just, I just blew me away. And he called me up pretty much right away after we got this truck at SEMA 2022, and he was like, hey, I've already got the artwork done for this year, but next year I want to put your truck on the shirt. And I was like, you're not going to hear me argue, man. Like I was stoked for him to do that. So
when you look back over your journey and you look back this, let's just say 2-year journey at this point, would you do anything different with the truck, with the experience of the rollout? Was there something that you learned a lot and you're like, I might have changed that up?
Honestly, the only thing that I would change, and not that there's anything wrong with what it is, originally my plan was to put a Duramax and an Allison in it. And I think that at the time it sounded like a more daunting task to do the Duramax because it's all electronic and everything else. But had I just stuck to my guns on that, it actually would have made a easier swap.
Because of the Allison.
Because of the Allison, and because it had all the electronics for it to talk to and everything like that. So if I had to do that over again, I would have stuck with my guns and done the Duramax.
So I think the solution, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when you have that electronic transmission, having the electronic controller with the motor is probably better. And when you go with whether it's a 12 or a 24 valve, going with like an NV4500, something that's more of a standard transmission, because you're going to run into problems.
Something that's packaged up and meant to work together. If you can get that entire thing and drop it in and make it fit, that you're going to be miles ahead.
Eat your Wheaties, do your push-ups, listen to your mom, and be a good guy. And that's really what happens here. Brian is a great guy. He's an ambassador for the C10 Club Arizona. He's always doing stuff for us locally here, works hard, cares about the scene. I've got a saying that's just as easy as this. You're either given or taken to the scene. And Brian is constantly given. And we're very happy that he's getting as much praise and love you are for your 1974 C30 bankrupt. Thanks for taking time to spend with us here today. Good luck, and we hope that everybody sees it and loves it the way that we do as well.
Man, thanks. It's always an honor to be for you to come over and talk to me, man. 100%. Awesome.
Late.